Hello and welcome. I'm gonna try something new today. Um, I want to stream what what I'm doing, and show you a little bit of what I've been working on the past few months. And I hope that this time the stream will work quite well, because for some reason I had some issues with the quality. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Um, there are a couple of things on the agenda like I want to work on a HUD. I introduced a message back in the original code, the Quake code. This is my mod, and yeah, let me show you my mod first. So I've been working on this mod. It is the idea is based on Killing Floor, a game where you have to fight against hordes of enemies, and it's based in rounds. So the first round it's gonna be easy, the second round is gonna be a little bit more difficult, and so on. In each round, you get a few bugs whenever you kill an enemy, and these bugs you can use actually to buy weapons. So, for instance, here in the store, we can buy some armor, we can buy a shotgun, and we also need some shells. Perfect. So you can see in the middle of the screen there's this the timer. It counts down how many seconds you have left to buy some stuff. And once this is over, you see the shop is closed. Cannot go there anymore. And now the enemies, they should rush in, trying to get you. Yeah. So yeah, this is my mod, and I want to work on a few things. Like I said, I introduced this small messages. These ones, fortunately, they're a little bit overlapping. Okay, let's go into the HUD code. So my game engine, it's actually inheriting all the classes from the original code, or the original game code. And there we can override all the settings, all the methods. We have this message pack. There's this draw messages method, and we need to give it a little offset because yeah, might be like 32, 40. Let's try it out real quick. Still not good. I guess the distance wrong. So let's say it's 64-ish. And once we have figured this one out, I want to make it actually configurable. Yeah, this is perfect. 64 it is. So call it offset. And we're gonna apply this offset here. Yeah, the magic wipe code. The clarified autocomplete is already on it, and it is right. So what we're gonna do next is kind of like this here. Let me just check. We're gonna create a new instance and of this one and our SSDQ1 hot class. We already have it here. We already have this new message pack here. This we have message pack extends. Almost. It's this one. All we want to do is override the offset. So we figured out 64 is a good value, so we're gonna put it here. So we have this here. So we actually need to simply copy paste this one here, and we call it message pack. And yeah, let's try it out. So back to the glorified autocomplete. Yeah. No, it's a little bit off. What did it do? Let's go to the message. Not this one. We need actually this one. Here we have the offset, and it is actually subtracting it. This is wrong. We need to adding to it, and then it works with a minus 64. Thanks, autopilot. Or copilot. It's copilot. I think you could see it like about a shotgun. I didn't emit a message. I think this is because let's go into the buy zone thingy. Where did I do it? Where have I implemented it? Close shop, open. It's in the player code. Yeah, I haven't touched the code in a while. So here you can see this is the buy menu items where I can define like for each slot a couple of interesting things like whether it's actually available. Added some checks like if there's actually enough space in the backpack of the player, if they can actually carry around the thing they're gonna purchase. And other than that, it's gonna basically tell the buy engine or the buy code like, hey, this is the entity we need. So enough rambling. Where do we have a drop backpack, drop money? It's actually buy menu purchase. Yeah. It's supposed to be events. It's a good point though. We can actually also feed those events into the message pack, and we can actually color it. So here for the item, actually this should have emitted a message upon touching it. If there's an entity class, yeah, that worked. But if there's a backpack, apply backpack. Here, there's no message for it actually. And I think there's a reason because these kind of things is handled in the items class. Yeah, here. We are collecting all the items. Oh, horrible code. And we are dispatching an event. We're gonna tell the client what we just picked up. However, here it's a bit different now. Now I'm wondering, should I rewrite this code so that we can actually let apply backpack emit this whole this is gonna be painful. Probably I should move it to player. Yeah, tough decision. The player could actually then, when applying the backpack, it should then actually do everything related to the player. Then we could actually send the event out, because it's not really an item duty, right? To see what the player actually already has. It is more a player duty. Yeah, let's park this for now. I want to think about it when I'm a little bit more awake, but I think it makes more sense to move it somewhere else. In this case, to the player, or at least the backpack, because this is responsible for. Actually, the player is responsible to see like what item the player can still carry around and put in their backpack. So yeah, moving on. Let's go back to what I was rambling about. It was actually the messages for the items you were purchasing and the store. So we need to go to the Hellwave player. Where was it? Purchase. Yeah, here, these kind of messages we could actually also push as a client event and relay it to the front end or the client code, and then the client code can actually put this message maybe in the top center in a different color. Because right now, let's go back to the game when we yeah, it's gonna send a message. This was my workaround to get it actually going in the first place. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this should be it for this one. You need. Oh yeah, this is also quite interesting. So in the code we have much more slots, and here you can see that it shows you a message for things you cannot actually purchase. It's also not visible. Anywho. We have this implemented now. What else do we need for better gaming experience? What actually happened to... Let me check something real quick. The Deer navigation code. Do we have a graph? No, we don't. which is a bit weird. You're supposed to have it. Because all it does, I can now do it on the fly, but then the next time when I'm loading the map, it won't work. So this is my navigation code. And nav, the command, it's going over all walkable surfaces. It's gonna determine if there's enough space. And then it's gonna check if the waypoints it determined per surface is actually reachable from another one. And then from that we are deriving actually a graph for A star pathfinding algorithm. Anyway, so we have it, and this is being used here to indicate like this the smoke trail is gonna show you like where's the next shop. It is not complete. We have a bunch of issues actually, or open to-dos. Here in the output, you can actually see that I'm linking teleporter nodes, which is quite nice. So that also the enemies are also using this setup. And they can use it to actually find the shortest path to you through the whole map. And this is quite essential for this for my mod actually, because the enemies, they spawn randomly in the map, and then they are supposed to get to you, which they do now using the navigation code. Yeah, like I said, it's not perfect because a couple of things are still missing. Like if there's something moving in the map and blocking, also obstructing one of the links between nodes in a graph, we do not have this update. So this is something I need to really think about in detail how I can implement that. For this, I actually have a testing map. Let me see if actually loads. This was my guinea pig. I quickly need to recompile this map actually. Let me check where do I have the data. Yeah, make maps test. This one. Okay. Guinea pig as in I was trying to implement a BSP38. This is the Quake 2 BSP format. It's not done yet. It's work in progress as well. But anyway, compiling it to PSP2. You can see here a bunch of things actually. Let's see what is enough. We need cheats. We need path. And actually, we need the vanilla game code. Let me quickly recompile. First of all, we need this one, and we need this one. So actually, this one can. Oops. Yeah, I test. Oh, why is it breaking? Wood. Ah, yes. We need this one and put it here. Because it's actually okay. So we are Quake. Yeah, there's an enemy. cheats. Oh. Yo. So what we see here is the doggo being totally confused what's going on. But you can see this the red dots. They're going through this one because it determined this is the shortest path. And it determined this is the shortest path to get here. However, when we go here, it should actually find a different path now. Yeah. Whoopsie doodle. And here it shouldn't be able to find anything. And actually the bounding box is a bit too big for the doggo, because he gets stuck in here. Yeah, and here you see there's this shortcut because this is the teleporter destination. Let me open up this door. Ugh, I need to fix this map. It's a mess. It's a mess. This was my testing map where I tried out the first time to see if an enemy could actually find its way up here. Because we feel like it, I think we should open up Net Radiant. We need... Oops. This one. We need to remove away these... well, actually... First of all, Doggo, go away. Doggo, he got too big bounding box. I'm surprised that it's actually working, because the other day I was changing a little bit the source code of the navigation of the trying to find out which nodes it actually can use. This is actually okay here. Let's keep it like that. Some rebuild. And because copy maps test BSP down to the hit1 folder. We all did it. This can be a bit better. So we have been using SV cheats 1. One. This is actually also quite interesting to see. Let's put it in there. And we also want to save the waypoints. And so now what we're gonna do is each time we are changing something in code, we can actually do this. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. So you guy, do something. Why aren't you showing the waypoints? Stupid code. Didn't we set this to... Anyway. Yeah, no, it's working. When we go here at some point, it should determine that the shortest path is no longer going through the teleporter. Hello. Yes. Come up here. Ooh, it's charging. Up here, and this button should... Whoopsie. Ouchie. Ow! What is he gonna do now? Come on, buddy. I'm still relying on the old Quake walk code, which is an absolute mess. Because each time they cannot really continue walking, they are changing their direction. As beautiful shown here. At some point, he will find a way into the teleporter. Yeah, there's lots of things we need to work on. Let's make it a bit easier. At least this door we're gonna remove. Let's reload. Nav. Come on, buddy. My god. This janky movement code. I definitely have to rework this. The code is also loosely based on... Yeah, no, he found a way. Wow, great. Now he figured like it's easier to go here, come down here through the teleporter. But again, because he's running into like these ledges here, the edges of the walkable surfaces, he's gonna go and change the direction. We need to really work this. Ooh. Pause. Okay. First, let's take a look at monster, base monster. Oh. Honestly, I need to check where I added this code. It's been a couple of months. Soldiers are walking around and they're doing things. I think I added this in AI. Where do I use nav? Yeah, we use this waypoint things. Navigation code. This is also an implicit to do. We do not really have a navigation mesh for swim and fly monsters. That's a good point. Which would mean we need to sample waypoints in the inside volumes of the BSP tree and check what is passable and then check like each connection. This might blow up a little bit the graph. Might be I don't know. Use a less fine grid. Anyway, what's happening in this code? We have navigation code. This is basically asking whenever we want to update code, the engine, hey, please give us a new target. Then we set a new path. The path is going to be used to... Actually, it's supposed to set a waypoint, I think, but I am not sure. Here in the run code. Do we have a goal entity? I think we don't at this point. We have enemy. Gonna check this. Is visible. If visible, we take the direct approach. If not, we're gonna check the path. What is the next? And then think navigation. We more or less check if we reach the waypoints, and then we're gonna proceed. Anyway, we have attack code, run slide, walk move. Walk move is code deep inside the server code of the engine. And it's absolute fun. This is more or less original Quake code. I think I didn't change much in here. I'm trying to find I remember there was a quite quick shortcut where it determined like if it's actually able to walk or if it's stepping into the void more or less. Also check bottom. Yeah, I think it was somewhere in here, the mess. Fun fact, the original Quake code also wouldn't allow you to walk on top of other entities. Which you can actually see in E1, M1. So I'll do a no target. We're gonna go here. This works now because I fixed it. But in the original Quake, it would be like moving a little bit around. Basically, it would be a fly move. like you would be flying but being blocked by something. And here it's like you're walking on top of a solid ground. Anyway, walking, not walking, going back to the move step code. We still trying to figure out what is actually happening here. What's it happening here? Move step. Gonna go in a direction. If it's not working, this is the new chase steer. This is causing this weird random wiggling around. It's really that bad. Um, do I have? No, I don't. Just a second. I need a new window. Welcome to hell. This is Quake. This is the foundation of my engine is based on. And yeah, this is the original code. New chase steer. Trying to find this piece of code which is actually prohibiting the enemy to walk over an edge. I think it's always check bottom right. think it would be much better if we adjust a little bit the code that we actually can provide a proper chase direction. Because if we take a look at this one. Come on. Go, find the path. Yes. We should provide a chase direction here. This part is a little bit iffy because here is not a check bottom. This would definitely fail. Maybe one option could be try and make sure that we set a chase direction depending on the next waypoint in line and path. But now I'm also a little bit concerned about the waypoints, that they are too close, that it usually yields some BS like this here with it, that he would step over the edge. It should actually be okay because it should be in this partial on ground situation. Where is he going now? Maybe both. Maybe both. Can we provide a proper chase direction based? Hmm. Yeah. Think. How should we do this? We have an ideal yaw. This is gonna be used here for the step direction. Maybe. Let me try something. We're supposed to have fun, right? So we could actually also this deal next. Maybe we can indicate the next yaw when we have a path. Would that make sense? I'm not sure yet, because it's also quite late. I definitely toyed around with something here because this has been an issue which has been bothering me for quite some time already. Let's make sure that this could work like this, but next. Probably we should make this optional. Yes. And now back to the collision code. Not this one. Step direction you chased here. If yeah, if turn true. Almost. Yo, you guy, come here. Don't be stuck. No, no, no. Are you stupid? Come here. Probably not as working as expected. It definitely runs into using next quite some time. But it's still pretty bad. Why is it though? Is it because it's not really reaching a new waypoint so that we don't really reset the next yaw? Hmm. That could be the reason actually. This could be the reason. When is it? When does it happen that we need to, that we are catching up? Where and how are we touching paths? Here, right? Then we're gonna set a new one. Maybe we should only do this when we are in here, because then we have a new waypoint. And when we are using this one, we're gonna reset it because we used it up. Let's see. No. What? Why didn't it break? But what? Yeah, that was a weird hiccup. It is still bad. Actually, it's worse now. Oh, yeah. So this was not based on the algorithm. This was pure luck. Come on, buddy. Find a way. Yeah, not gonna happen. Probably a not so great idea. Anywho, I was definitely not happy about this whole code doing this stuff. It's quite ugly. Let's see. I'm also not that sure if it is a good idea to have that many waypoints, because this is a, we have a Bezier B-spline curve here. Let me, yeah, let's keep it simple. Still the curved one. How many times I'm using this? It did compile. The path should actually be much more rough now. Yeah, like this. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Oh wait, there was something with the visibility, right? Is enemy. Are we still gonna use this? Hehehehe. We need a visibility check, otherwise he's gonna prefer the waypoints over us, which doesn't make any sense. Ah, tricky. I'm still not happy with the code. This could be much smoother. Yeah, let's call it a day. It's been an hour now. I'm getting more and more sleepy. My eyes are getting a bit sore. We can actually take a look at warning flashbang. What did we change? Oh yeah, this was a good point. This is a good idea. Unsure if I'm gonna keep it. Ah, we did something with the game code. Yeah, we introduced the offset. The offset is a good idea. And then over here, we're actually making use of the offset. We fix the typo. Awesome. Let's call it a day. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.